when we did our remodel of the cabin, there is one thing that we kind of missed on, and that was making some more storage space. From the beginning, it was only this part that was the actual cabin. Where I'm standing is what we built. So this is all the new part. And we were limited on how much we could build, and we just didn't prioritize anywhere for storage. We wanted to make all of the other spaces as good as possible, and that was the part we kind of had to compromise on. But now, after living here for a few years, we are definitely noticing that it was a big compromise because we have nowhere to put anything. Let me show you. So this room is the old hallway. But now it has become Christoffer's closet, and then we literally put stuff everywhere. Snowmobile helmets up here. We just put these up, by the way, because we had nowhere to put them. But let me show you the storage room that actually was in the cabin when we moved in, and which is still, to this day, our only place to put all of our outdoor gear and everything. We have to go in here. It doesn't look too bad. This, my friends, is the room. So yeah, it's not the worst of rooms, but for two people with snowmobile, a boat, summer activities, winter activities, hiking packs and everything. But so storage space is without a doubt lacking in this cabin. But we have found a solution.
We've been looking for a space to use as a storage unit, as well as a usable space for Christoffer to be able to do maintenance on all of our gear and machines, but there has been nothing available for years. So when he one day saw a listing on our local Facebook page for space for rent in town, we jumped on the opportunity. He saw the listing within 10 minutes of it being posted and managed to snag it right away. Had he called 5 minutes later, we would have missed it. The space was previously used by a company in town for storage, so it came completely empty. So the first thing we did was put in an order from IKEA for shelving and things like that. Since this was going to be used as much for storage as a workshop, we needed sturdy units and also to make sure to utilize the space as best as we could. You might be wondering what kind of things we will put in this space, so let me give you a little sneak peek of what's to come in this video. Christoffer's car is completely full of boat gear and things like that. And he also has this tiny little shoddy shed that I call his hoarder shed that is also full of gear. We will be de-hoarding both in this video, so stay tuned for some really satisfying speed cleans. But before we do all that, let's build up the room first.
I have to hurry because Bring is closing. So I have about half an hour now to get back there to get the rest. So I'm gonna do it fast.
As you already know by now, all of the IKEA stuff we order comes via the shipping boat. IKEA don't ship here, so it's something that we organize ourselves. And why we always choose to order from IKEA is because it is the absolute easiest. And as a Swedish person, I also love it. They have lots of great stuff at a good price. This shipment was split up in two because it was quite a lot of things, which means double the shipping cost, coming out to a total of around $800 for just the boat part of the shipping.
Last one.
Christoffer was an absolute beast and put this whole room together over the course of just a few days. He has been very happy to get this space, as it's going to be the place where he spends most of his time now on a day-to-day basis. For a while, we were looking for a space for me to use as an office, but we've now rethought this whole idea and realized that it is ideal for me to work from home. And what we really need is just a space like this, somewhere to put all the things that come along with the adventure life on Svalbard, so we can avoid things like when the super bad storm took one of our snowmobile windshields, or just to be able to fix up a sled when they break.
Yes.
Good morning, darling. Yeah.
I'm going back to the storage unit today to keep on working with the shelves and the rest of the things. I'm gonna build a couch today, table, and finish it up before we bring all the things in. That's gonna be nice. Let's get started.
While I don't use makeup on a daily basis, there are two things that I use every day, and that is SPF and also deodorant. A huge thank you to Wild for sponsoring today's video. I've been using their deodorant for the last few months and I am really happy with their products. One of my focuses lately has been to reduce how many harsh chemicals that I use in my daily routine, but also always to reduce the single-use plastic that I use. And Wild deodorant ticks both of those boxes. The ingredients are safe, natural ingredients and no harsh chemicals. And also the refillable takes away all of the single-use plastic from deodorant use, which is just perfect. When it comes to how long it keeps you staying fresh, it's up to 24 hours. And I've noticed that for a whole day, I end up feeling fresh and smelling good, even though I'm hiking or I'm working out. So that has been also a very important point for me that I've really liked with these deodorants. When it comes to smell, I am a little bit more sensitive and I like a lighter scent. If I had to choose one favorite though, I think the pink grapefruit and lime is gonna be the winner. And it's the one that I just refilled it with. Like summer, pink grapefruit ice cream, sorbet vibes. Head to the link in the description and use my code WILDPOLARBEAR for 20% off all products as well as your first subscription. Wild ships worldwide and there are no custom fees as they are prepaid by Wild. Thank you so much to Wild and let's head back to the video. We are now unpacking the sofa that we bought for this space because it's really good to have somewhere to sit down. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna put it together. We're gonna have this one here together with a carpet and everything, which is gonna be helpful. This room is really coming together, Christoffer.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be like our kind of like lair for everything that we've now accumulated and put in the nooks and crannies of our cabin. And also our snowmobiles. This is so big. We can even take inside our sleds, like the trailers and everything. And Christopher has a bunch of things that he needs to repair, which we haven't been able to do.
Yeah.
So this is just kind of like, it's the only space that we have for the business. It's kind of funny. We're running this whole machine from the cabin. So now we actually have a space dedicated for everything that we don't really have a space for right now. And you can also start making knives again. Okay, quick sofa review. This is the sofa this is the IKEA Ektorp. I like it, it's actually really comfortable.
Not so bad.
It's not the easiest. Love it here. It even matches your harness. You're gorgeous. Welcome to your new couch. En två, tre. Vänta. You're okay. You're okay. Oh, you survived. Okay. Oh, shit. Nej men gud. Herregud. This is absolutely unreal. I just got out of bed, so I went straight to making my coffee, and then I had to come out here, which I do every morning because this view. But today, I'm shook. It literally takes your breath away. Look at the eyes and look at all of the reflections in the water. Oh my gosh. It's going to be such a good day as well for what we're doing because we're going to be outside a bit. So it's very good that it's, you know, clear skies and beautiful. Today, the organizing continues, and we're going to do something that I've been wanting to do for such a long time. We're going to clear out Christoffer's shoddy little shed that I've called it. And it's going to be life-changing, I swear. He has had, I feel mostly bad for him because all of this stuff in there, he can't really get to it. It's a lot of things that, you know, before he used to make knives all the time. He made handmade, super beautiful knives. But he hasn't had a space to do that. So now he can bring all of that stuff out as well and start his hobby again. And also just the thought of organizing something to me is like I'm salivating at the thought. I get to just organize today, and also I get to de-hoard, and it's going to be so satisfying. So that's what we're going to do today. I think we're going to jump straight to the organizing. Oh my gosh, guys. OMG is all I can say about this day. What a place we live in. There's a plane coming in. Okay, let's head straight to the organizing. So I'm just gonna chuck this, throw some clothes on, zoom, and we're gone. Okay, let's go. We've been keeping a secret from you. This, my friends, this is Christoffer's hoarding house. No, okay, but when we open the door, don't be alarmed. It might be a little bit shocking, but this is a little bit of a mess. In here is stuff for the boat, for the snowmobiles, all of Christoffer's old fishing gear. It's a shed with many things. And now we're gonna sort all of this out. But first, let's take a look. Oh my God, it was worse than I thought.
You know, it's so much things in here, so I haven't really been able to use this place for over a year. So like I really don't know what we're gonna have or what we're gonna throw away or keep. So I think we just have to organize everything. So I think just take out everything, go to the new lager and organize and throw that we don't gonna use.
Hey, I'm gonna leave you in here. There is so much more stuff than I kind of thought. Christoffer has had this storage unit for 8 years. So it definitely has accumulated a lot. The roof is completely full of mold. So I don't have a lot of hope for anything in here that's textile. It's probably going to be very moldy. He pays, I think, he says, $600 a year for this. So it's not a lot, but that is also, you know, maybe considering it's very moldy in here, not like the best. But so it's so nice to get everything out of here now and just, you know, sort it out, sell, throw away, give away, keep. That's kind of what we're working with. The whole back is full. And you might be like, wait a minute, that's not your car, or is that a new color? Well, my car broke. So after a bit of back and forth, I ended up buying a new car, which was something I was supposed to do next year. But since mine broke and it's going to be quite a while and quite expensive to fix it, I just decided, okay, I will purchase a new car now, which ended up, weirdly enough, being like a good deal up here because it's tax-free. Cars in Norway are super expensive, but the other option would be that I went to Sweden and bought one because they're not as expensive. But then they had this in stock up here at our one dealership. So it just ended up being a smarter decision for me to buy this one. My first ever brand new car, which is probably something I won't do again. I'm gonna have this one for like, what, 10, 20 years? I'm so excited. But So I'm going to fix up the old one, but it's going in for evaluation. It's going to be fixed. It's a whole process. So it's going to take a while, but she's going to be fixed up and sold because she's also a beast. But yeah, so this is my car now. I haven't even gotten used to it, I swear. I was like, what? What? But now, let's go unload all of this. The first round of stuff is here. So we're gonna take everything out, we're gonna put it on the floor. I have no idea what we're keeping or what we're throwing away. So I think it's up to Christoffer to just kind of decide. But I'm just gonna help put everything on the floor. So let's do that. Oh my god. Oh my god, Christoffer, what is this? Now we have mostly grönbackar, as we say. Här kommer en stege. Skis for a snowmobile. I've so far found like 4 pairs. That corner is done. Now this corner. The cars are now full, so we're gonna go back to the storage unit and unload all of this. Okay, round 2. We are now gonna take this stuff. It's actually going really quickly. I told Christoffer, because he was like, oh, this is gonna take a week or a month. I'm like, Christoffer, have you met me? A month? I don't think so. Dude, do you know who I am? This will take us a day tops. So now I think so far we've only been doing this for like 2 hours and we've taken 2 huge loads. What's most difficult is that I don't know how he's gonna sort out what he wants to keep. I think he might be like a little bit of like an old man hoarder at heart. My dad's the same. They save the most random stuff. But you know what? The thing is, what might be trash to me might be treasure to him. So I need to respect that. It's difficult because, you know, I might look at it and be like, what on earth do you need this for? But if he feels like he needs it, he has to keep it, you know. I'm growing in that sense, you know. I can't just force him to throw away things that he wants. But if it's obvious, you know, like I think 6 sets of like snowmobile skis may be a little bit excessive. No? And I do think that he will agree on that being maybe too many. Like, sure, keep 2 sets, but snowmobile skis for snowmobiles that we don't have, that's pushing it, dude. But so we'll see. We're back. Nu tänker vi lite smart här. Vi skulle kunna bara organisera där saker. Grim, sluta. Jag kan inte gå. Så är det en soppa där. Hela är sönder i botten. Grovarbetet. Vad är det här i? Vi tar de stora sakerna och bestämmer. Om du ska ha dem så kan du lägga dem på en plats just nu som du sen ordnar. It's just how I feared. He's an old man hoarder. How do you feel like it's going so far, Christoffer?
Very fast and not so good.
You see, my plan here is make quick decisions. Don't sort it all now, just allocate a space for it, get everything in, do the same. And then after that, he can go through everything in his own pace, organize everything. Now we're just doing, you know, the worst of it. Just like, do you need this? Okay, put aside. It's faster than he would like to. But you know what? Speed is what we need. I think we might have to pick up a coffee soon as well.
Yeah.
Coffee and maybe a sandwich. It's right now 2:30. We're making really good way though. We haven't brought in any of the new stuff. So you know what? We will sort all of this out and then we shall be back when we bring in all of the other stuff. Otherwise this video is going to be so long. Okay, see you soon. Look at what it looks like now. Look what I found. A whole bag with little polar bear teddies. But the thing is, I thought I was special because when we were dating, he gave me one of these to put on my snowmobile key and I was like, oh, and now I find like 10 more. What kind of tricks was he playing? Christoffer, I'm gonna take them all to make up for this devastating. Do you have anything to say for yourself?
No.
Anything at all?
I'm innocent.
This one is coming home with me. Painting. Lunch has arrived. Alltså snällt! Är vi done? Vilken ska du ha? I think we're making really good progress. This is gonna be so good for our business. När du sitter mellan mina ben. What is with this baby? He's such a little like... Kolla jag sitter! Now we're gonna have lunch and we'll be back soon. Ja, sitter du här? Jag tar en slängpåse. Så går vi igenom allting tillsammans. Så börjar vi här. Anything that we're not keeping now, we are already organizing into electronics, metal, regular waste that can be burned. Because when Christoffer brings it to the avfallsstation, miljöstation, the environmental station as it's called, where everything gets sorted and shipped to the mainland, you need to give it in categories. You can't just come with all stuff and throw it. It needs to be organized. And that's because Norway is almost as good as, no, it's not as good, but Norway is pretty good at recycling. Sweden is actually one of the best, I think it's one of the best countries in the world when it comes to recycling. Sweden.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's completely fascinating. Yeah, do you know, Sweden is so good at recycling. Sweden's actually buying waste from other countries. Did you know this? I heard, or I read somewhere, that Norway's waste gets shipped to Sweden. But yeah, so it's actually pretty cool. Där. Måla. This is probably the best storage that we did build, because we said in this room we need to make it huge, just closets all over so we can fit a lot of stuff. So this is definitely a good thing we did, but it's not enough because you can only fit shoes and jackets and things like that. But we're gonna take out all of the stuff that is for snowmobiling and adventures that we don't need really to have at home, because we have extra shoes, we have, you know, specific gear for specific things. I'm gonna put it there and then we're gonna bring it. We can also remove a bunch of the jackets that can also go in the storage room. So we're gonna do that. The printer is underneath the sofa because it's the only space that we had for it. Ugh. Come to me. That was actually really quickly done. Now we're gonna go and take all of this to the storage unit and sort it out over there. Story of our lives in this video. I'm gonna change out of something because this is one of my favorite shirts. It's from Lululemon. So I can't wear that because I love it too much. So I need to change to something that is a little bit less nice. Let's do it like this. Ready to go. Okay. There we go. Everything's inside. That took like 10 minutes because we're so fast. Now let's start hanging all the stuff that needs to go in the wardrobes over there. Let's go. Let's do this quickly. Let's bang it out.
Hello! Welcome to my man cave.
Here it is.
This is the man cave that I'm gonna use daily. The last thing I did was put up this got in the post a couple of days ago. So I put up this so I get some organization for some tools and some screws that I have. One thing that I'm gonna fix is the workbench. It's gonna be a big one. I'm gonna get like a hardwood material that a friend of mine have. I'm gonna screw together 2 of those. So that is next week's project. And then I think we are like quite finished with everything.
It looks so good. And by the way, I don't know if we've said it, we're just renting this space. We have not purchased it. We're renting this. We have a yearly lease and we're paying $900-ish a month.
Yeah.
So for us to be able to get this was just ideal, exactly what we needed. So we feel so happy. Are you happy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very good space.
Well done. Project finished. One of the bigger projects we've had, especially this year. It required a lot of organizing.
Yeah.
Which is what I love the most. So I have been in heaven. But I'm really happy to see this, come to kind of like a usable condition. Because now the fun starts for you, right?
Yeah.
I think that is it for today's video. It was, I think, quite a long one. It has taken a bunch of days, which is always fun. Starting a project and then watching it till the end, until it's finished. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you guys next week. I have no idea what we're doing next week, but we're gonna be doing something. So thank you so much for watching and being here. Say goodbye, Christopher.
Bye-bye.
I thought you were gonna say goodbye, Christopher. Bye, guys. Grim is here somewhere. Let's say Grim needs to say goodbye as well. It's customary. 1 second.
There's this, that is stick. You don't even know what that is. Oj, vad fin. Det var fin. Ska vi säga hej då? He's so busy living his best life.